welcome back. So this week we're just going to give you a quick update on what we've got going on some of the projects. We got one back that we had sent out to have a convertible top put on. We subbed those out here. They're a little more involved than I want to deal with by myself with as many interruptions as I have. But currently we're working on the console for the 55 Chevy, and we've got a little test piece we made. It's actually going to be a double French seam eventually, but just seeing how the foam's going to work out. We're going to end up leaving a channel in it, it looks like, maybe. And this is some of that aircraft type foam. And then what that's going to allow me to do is, once I trim the excess or the selvage off of the seams, we'll line it all up, glue it, and then when it's all said and done, that's going to fit nice and tight in there. This is just a test piece, seeing how it's going to go. We've got the patterns made. This is the top piece. Got all of our little alignment marks. This is one of the side pieces. This is the one that goes here. Oh no, this one goes on that side. So you can see here how we have the matching marks. Those will get lined up, and when we sew it, all that'll get sewn together. You actually sew it upside down like this, face to face, and that's so all of our marks will line up. And then we'll come back and do like our test piece. So that's kind of where we are on this. Let's walk through the shop right quick. Okay, so you can see the top's done. It's got the glass back window in. He did an amazing job on it. We've had it folded down a little bit since it's been back the last day or two. So these wrinkles will come right back out as soon as it sits out in the sun. We got the windshield in. Got it installed yesterday. The chrome is just sitting in place right now. We got to finish putting the interior together. This is a project we inherited from another shop. So this car, it does start and run, but it needs some tuning. It has a FiTech system on it, so we'll tune that the best we can, put a few miles on it, and then this one will be going home before long. So this again is the 73 that's been gone for a little bit. We do have to do a front end alignment at the end, mirrors, some assembly, some final assembly required. That's kind of where we are on that. We have the green truck here. We're getting real close to having this one ready for body and paint. What we're currently doing is we finally got the new wheel tubs in, so we're mocking up the wheel tubs, getting the hole located for them, and we're actually going to weld these in. So he's locating where to cut the wood, getting all that done, then everything will clamp in place and be welded. And then this one, once that's done, and I think we got to bob the rear frame rails a little bit and finish the front bumper. And I think that's all we got left. Oh, and some tail lights. The style of tail light that the customer wants has been out of inventory stock for most of the suppliers. So we're just waiting probably another 30 days. If they come in, we'll go with those. If not, we'll probably research for another option on that. So that's kind of where we are on this truck right here. We'll walk on through. So here on the 32 project, we've been working on it. As you can see, we've cut the old center X members out of it that were in it. One was high, one was low. They were crooked. They weren't parallel to each other. And for what the customer's wanting from this project, when it's all said and done, those would not have helped the process. So we've got the new radiator mounts made. We've got all this you can get a better picture of it now that it's disassembled. Some of the work we've been doing. We've been cleaning up some of the welds. We've totally redone the motor mounts. Originally it was just a flat plate sticking out here with a couple little triangle gussets underneath it. And we've totally boxed them in. Just all together so much nicer. We've come in and welded the nut certs in the frame. I think we talked about that on the last video. So that X member, what we're gonna do, we're having, excuse me, we just got back from lunch. We're having Art Morrison to bend us up some 2x4 rectangle tubing, and we're going to make our own X-member assembly. The rear end is going to stay in the same location. We're going to remake this upper cross member over, make it a little bit heavier, beefier, and redo how this mounts so that we can access it. The way this was set up originally, the only way you could have ever changed gears or worked on the pumpkin assembly, the gear assembly, is if you took the whole thing completely out of the car. And we're redesigning it to where when it's all said and done, if we needed to work on the gear assembly, we can take it out from the front just like you should be able to. You don't have to take the whole housing completely out. And he's working on an idea of, we're also going to have some rectangle tubing bent, what they call, I guess, the hard way, or that may be the hard way, but we'll have something similar to this. It'll come down, and it's going to be out far enough that the pumpkin will come in between them. It'll tie into the front cross members. There'll be another couple of cross members in there. So that's kind of where we are on this. This project's coming along pretty nice. On that, he's been cleaning up as well. He's got the nut certs underneath the frame done. So that's kind of where we are on this setup. So here we are on the C10. It's getting a little dusty in here now that we're starting to open the windows back up, or the doors back up. So he's finishing up the bulk of the wiring harness, the Holley Terminator, isn't that right? Yeah, Terminator is what we're putting on this one. He's getting all that dialed in. Like I said earlier the other day, we're reusing the hard parts, but he's doing all that, but he's finalizing that last of that harness, getting it all dialed in on the inside, and then we'll have, we're gonna go ahead and redo the hoses. We're still waiting on the Hydrotech brake system, brake busher to come in, but that's kind of where we are on this. Then we'll have to come back and finish. We're gonna put some more carpet insulation in it, redo the carpet insulation, and probably go ahead and upgrade the carpet that's in this. It just had a pre-molded carpet set that didn't fit. It's almost like it's for an extended cab. It went back up the back of the cab. So that's kind of where we are on this. Moving right along as it goes. We have the Lincoln that we've got finished up. We've been test driving it some. Andrew behind the camera has done some cleaning on it. We're going to put a few more miles on it just so that we know it's roadworthy, because when the customer gets home, he's going to start driving it. Just local stuff, nothing long distance, anything like that. So we'll be doing that on that one also. So that's kind of where we are this week. Nothing major gone. We got the new car. We got a couple others that are supposed to be coming in. They didn't make it. Customers had to cancel just for business reasons. So they'll be coming in next week. So we'll get those on the next film on those. And a couple of quick things. We've had a couple of guys that have turned in their notice. They're leaving for better things. So if you're self-motivated, a hot rod person, you know your hot rods, you know your muscle cars, you understand how they go together, and you're interested in a possible change in what you're doing or whatever, please send your resume to Saxy Rod Shop, and with all full contact information, all your information, also your background, what you have the ability to do, and maybe we can work something out down the road. So anyway, that's where we are. We want to thank you for joining us, and hit like and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tell your friends. We're trying to get as many of these out as we can. We're working on trying to put some stuff together to maybe start doing some how-to videos as certain things come in. Like we might work on that when the Hydro Boost comes in on this one, about doing the upgrade and what things that we've ran into and what works for us, and things that we've noticed can create some issues and stuff like that. So that's where we are. We want to thank you, and stay tuned. We got more to come. Thanks.